Our virtual news days are the most accurate reflection possible of how the news industry works today.
Field reporters will join the morning meeting from home and will be expected to pitch ideas about the stories that they want to cover.
Those field reporters will then be assigned their stories by a programme editor who will lead a core on-campus team responsible for building and broadcasting the day's bulletin.
Once they've received their instructions, the field reporters will do their research, complete a risk assessment before grabbing their kit and heading out to a story.
You can capture your video in different ways. You might want to use a camera or a microphone and a boom pole, or you might want to use your phone.
You might even screen capture your interviews using software like Zoom or Skype.
Once you've gathered your material, it's time to send it back to the team on campus who'll prepare it for broadcast.
You can send your content back to the newsroom in a variety of ways. If you shot it on your mobile phone, you can use WhatsApp or something similar. For bigger files, you can use the Google Drive.
Our on-campus team will be responsible for choosing the running order, writing the scripts and, of course, presenting the programme itself.
But you might not always want to send the material before broadcast. How about reporting or presenting live from location? We have all the facilities to make it happen.
And live in 3, 2...
And here I am, there's a car.
When the deadline arrives, it will be time to present your show. We're going to live stream the whole thing so that everyone can see their work.
You'll have the chance to work in the gallery and to create graphics using our studio green screen.
At the end of the day, we'll upload the bulletins on Brightspace where we can discuss and reflect on our work before getting ready to go again next week. Josh is taking the floor as editor today. Right, let's move into our news meeting then. We want a great bulletin, full of varied content. Just a little bit further back, Josh, that's cool. Josh is in charge. Over to you, Josh.
I can have a look into it and see if I can get. I've got my car, so I can see if I can get down there and shoot some footage.
That could be a beauty, Maxim. That could be. You know, if you can phone ahead and secure an interview down there on the ground ahead of the match.
Yeah.
If not, you know, it's like let's kind of go in ambition from high to low, right?
A local arts group has launched an innovative online exhibition to raise awareness for the damages of the Wareham Forest fire. The Broadstone Art Society is raising funds for reconstruction after 200 hectares of wildlife was destroyed in fires between May and August this year. Our reporter, Max Marriott-Smith, has the story.
In Wareham Forest, but the scorched scars still remain from the tragic fire.
As you can see behind me, these are the types of devastating scenes that the fire has caused. The fire lasted for over 2 weeks and over 100 firefighters were called to tackle the blaze.
And while the cost to the wildlife is immeasurable, a local art society has launched an online exhibition that takes inspiration for those events and hopes to raise funds to repair the damages. Exhibition curator Simon Merry, who is also a wood warden, said the project started as an artistic endeavour.
When I became aware of the fires, I suggested to some of the other artists that it might be something that we could use as a subject, not necessarily at the outset to raise any funds towards an appeal because that wasn't relevant at the time, but we acquired some charcoal from the scene and that gave some inspiration to some of the artists to set off and use their creativity to produce some artwork.
Later, an appeal was started by Forestry England and the art group offered their paintings. So far, £400 has been raised. It may cost far more than that to replenish this area, but from small acorns, mighty oaks do grow. Maximus Marriott-Smith, Buzz News.